Back here at Coors Field, on the hill and coming off a great start, J-Mac. Singy, he's kind of a road warrior, yeah?
I definitely say so. You know, some guys shrink a little bit on the road. They're so used to just, having the comforts of being at home and having the fans behind them. But this guy seems to thrive in adversity and being in some hostile environment. So when you have a player like this on your team that goes out there and competes, you definitely like your chances away from your home ballpark.
And a foul ball. Mac, a former Gold Glove winner, just 19 years old. And he was a second-round pick in 2024. And that drops in for a strike. The pitch. Got him looking. And that's the first out.
Well, that curveball had some pretty good break to it. As you can see, the hitter just locked up a little bit. Thought it was a great pitch to hit, but sometimes you're looking for something else and you can't pull the trigger.
Now here's Nolan Jones. That's in there, and that is strike one. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Strike three, and that's two in a row.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top two guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer. Hey, 7 straight strikes to start the frame. He's got a chance at an immaculate inning.
2 down, nobody on. That breaking ball drops in for a strike.
All right, there's number 8, 1 away.
Got him! And how about that? It's an immaculate inning.
Well, he's saying, who needs the defense? An immaculate inning, 3 strikeouts, 9 pitches. We just witnessed something really special.
Bottom of the second. Here's Michael Toglia.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
And that is out of play. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Well, he made pretty quick work of him right there. You look at the sequence, everything down at the knees and below. And some guys are good low ball hitters, but right there, they clearly had a plan to pound that part of the zone, and he wasn't able to put up much of a fight.
Ezequiel Tovar digging in for the Rockies. And that's in there at the knees. One down, base is empty. Swings and misses. And it's 0-2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
swing and a miss. Struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from a same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
Here's Chris Bryant now. 2nd overall pick in the 2013 draft. Swings and he pops it up near the pitcher's mound. Hamilton. And the inning is over. Nothing across here this half. We played 2 full. We're tied 0-0. Now here is J. Mack. He's someone who quickly made a splash at this level, Chris, a former Rookie of the Year. Oh, look at the stop. They get 1. They get the out, and that'll do it. No run. Welcome back. And coming off a series where the pitching was outstanding, we take a look at those numbers. Mack back to work. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1.
1's the count.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
0-2 is the count.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Got a pitch to hit right there with 2 strikes, but just couldn't get a piece. I'll tell you what, that screwball is so unique and it's so rarely seen. I think it can be tough for any hitter just to get a piece of it no matter where it's placed. As a hitter, you're just not used to seeing a pitch moving that way and getting on the same plane as it comes into the hitting zone.
Thairo Estrada to the plate. Good defender. He's been inconsistent offensively. That's a strike. 0-1. Estrada
0-1.
with a homer in his last game. One down, base is empty. In there at the knees, and it's 0-2.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes, and he's up to 7 strikeouts.
Quite the start to this game on the mound. Looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already, so this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure him out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
Here's the catcher, Hunter Goodman.
It's been a tough stretch for him at the plate. Just 1 hit in his last 5 games.
There's the strike.
0-1's the count.
Two outs, base is empty. Ground ball right side. Bregman whips it to first. It's a 1-2-3 inning for the Rockies. 1-2-3 go the Rockies. Still no score. Back here in Denver, bottom of the 4th. So in now for Colorado, Brenton Doyle. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have a range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness. Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting-wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
Right through there for a strike.
0-1.
Doyle measures 6 feet 4 inches, 220 pounds, and he's a former Gold Glove Award winner. Got him. Strikeout number 8.
Now there's a 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
The left fielder, number 22, Nolan Jones.
Here's the left fielder, Nolan Jones.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
That's through there for a strike.
0-1's the count.
One out, base is empty. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's his 9th strikeout so far.
Good pitch right there. I mean, he's attacking a location that this guy at the plate tends to have trouble with. And there's just so much information in this day and age, sometimes too much information. But the guys that can take that information, process it, and then go out there, Boog, and execute the pitch, go right after that hitter, and get the result that they were anticipating, that's really good pitching right there. And it's a good job of the pitcher and the catcher working together.
Got him! And how about that? It's an immaculate inning. Rockies are down quietly, and we're still knotted at 0. Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year. A little out front there as he swings through it.
All these Rockies just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. We're in the back half of the game, and they're still searching for a base runner. He's been great out there on the mound, no doubt, but it's also been a disappointing performance at the plate to this point. And as we get deeper, it's not going to get any easier. These at-bats are going to feel more and more desperate with every out the rest of the way.
That's to third. Devers fires over to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Ezekiel Tovar digging in for the Rockies. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. And that's in there at the knees.
0-1.
The Rockies still looking for their first hit in this one. And that's in for a strike. And it's 0-2. See ya. Strikes him out for the 2nd time today.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
And a foul ball.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he has attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
Two outs. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's up to 12 strikeouts on the day. So 5 perfect innings in the books. No score.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Matt.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. That smash towards center. Doyle racing over to make the catch.
He was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
Mack back to work. Hendrick in the box now. No balls and a strike. In there, got him looking, and that one split the plate.
Maybe a little bit of overthinking at the plate right there. You want to be patient with knuckleballers and not give into that pitch that's going to dart out of the zone at the very last moment. But that was about as hittable as knuckleballs can get, and he was frozen.
Estrada batting with 1 down, takes a strike.
If I'm at the dish right now, I am aggressive over the heart of the plate. This guy's been filling up the strike zone, so you know you're going to get a good pitch to hit. And as nasty as the stuff is, you might as well take all 3 swings.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And he adds another strikeout to the pile. 14 now. A big performance on the mound. Lots of strikeouts. That was number 14.
Yeah, clearly trusting his stuff in this one, Boog. Feeling really good about what he's working with. And that really allows a guy to attack hitters. You know, such an important mindset to have out there on the mound, especially when you're ahead in the count with 2 strikes.
Goodman in the box with 2 gone. And takes a look at a called strike. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Gosh, a little late on that breaking ball. I don't think he recognized it out of the hand. Just a little tardy. Gonna have to regroup here.
2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. It's an immaculate inning. So he's perfect through 6. And we still have no score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the Rockies leadoff hitter, Brenton Doyle.
Well, these fans definitely want to get involved in the game. All it's going to take is to get the leadoff man or even a base runner on. It's good speed at the top of the order here. You want to get it on, see if you can get a stolen base, maybe get around the bases and pick up a run.
And a swing and a miss there.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some guys, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Swings and misses. Struck him out.
And there's another strikeout, and those are just continuing to pile up. His confidence level has got to be dropping. He's got to find a way to make an adjustment, Boog, get back on track. His team needs him.
Next Next to hit for the Rockies, Nolan Jones, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And that drops in for a strike. Close one, doesn't get the call. And the count even 1-1. On the ground to third. Devers throws on to first. And a couple of quick outs.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Ryan McMahon steps to the plate. 0 for 2 in this one. To third, Devers. In plenty of time to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Nothing doing for the Rockies. They trail here, 1-0. Out to center. Doyle sizes this one up. And there are 2 down. And we're back onto the bottom of the 8th. And now the first baseman, Michael Toglia. That's in there. So he's back out to begin the 8th. Been a really nice outing for him so far, Singy.
He's thrown the ball really well. Kept hitters off balance, and he's been very efficient with that pitch count. But at this point, even though it's been relatively low, you start keeping an eye on it to make sure that he doesn't have any fatigue and injuring himself.
And add another K. That's number 17. What a game.
Pretty big strikeout right there to start this 8th inning. Down 1. Any leadoff base runner really makes this inning a bit more interesting. But now this offense has to switch from possibly trying to manufacture a run to needing to run into something or just try to string multiple hits together to get a run across the plate.
And now Ezequiel Tovar. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there. No action in the bullpen, though. Looks like they're going to let him stay out there. Holding on to a 1-run lead here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swings through that one for strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Make it 18 strikeouts on the day.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Here is Chris Bryant.
You know, he's been so great today. Really just throwing whatever the catcher puts down. I mean, hasn't shaken off the catcher very much at all today.
That's in there, and it's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Yeah, big swing and a miss.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
Got him! And how about that? It's an immaculate inning. So now 24 have been set down in order. 3 left to go for perfection. It's the Red Sox 1 and the Rockies 0. Back here at Coors Field. Now it's the right fielder, Austin Hendrick. And all eyes on the mound as he begins the 9th inning, working on a perfect game.
Boog, I'll tell you right now, every player defensively on their toes like never before. They want to make sure they have the opportunity to put this pitcher in the history books. They are going to make the play.
Mack back to work. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Swing and a miss. 0-2 now.
0-2 is the count.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Put that screwball up there and got him to swing through it. It's kind of part changeup, part curveball, a reverse curveball, I guess. And clearly it's got some good movement on it. We just don't get to see a good one very often, so it's kind of fun to see. And that was a great one right there.
At the plate, Tyro Estrada. And the pitch a little bit low. Ball one.
That's out.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0. Well, an interesting situation. One swing you can tie up the ball game, but if you're patient and work a walk, then you bring the game-winning run to the plate.
Swing at a ground ball, and that's just foul. And that's outside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Hunter Goodman in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And they're down to their last out.
Well, one of the things that hitters will do is they'll look for that red dot on the baseball as it's coming in to let them know what the pitch is. And if they see the red dot, it's typically a slider. But when a guy's got a really tight one with high spin rates, very difficult to determine. And that's probably why we saw a swing and miss right there. Just a nasty pitch.
Now it's going to be Hunter Goodman. There's a strike at the knees. Trying to close out a 1-run lead. And the home team trying to pull it out. And that one is in for a strike.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
The Rockies down to their final strike. Swing and a miss. Got him. A perfect ending to a perfect game.
Just unbelievable. I was nervous up here in the booth. I can only imagine what his teammates and even he felt out there on the mound closing this thing out. Everyone will remember this perfect game, and it'll be notched in Cooperstown forever.